The apex Igbo socio-political organization Ohanaeze Ndigbo has decreed President Bola Tinubu's nomination of only 5 ministers from Southeast, describing it as unfair and unjust. The group expressed their displeasure in a statement signed by its President General Emmanuel Nyanwu on Thursday. Ohanaeze recalled that the states and geopolitical zones were created by the military administration, saying Igbo did not play much part in the process. It noted that the Southeast is shortchanged by the fact that it only has 5 states, while all the geopolitical zones have a minimum of 6. President Tinubu nominated 48 candidates for ministerial positions, with the 5 nominees from the Southeast, including Nkiru Onyejuocha, Abia, Uju, Ohaniye, Anambra, David Umahi, Ebonyi, Uche Naji, Enugu, and Doris Uzoka, Imo State. Ohanaeze, which is now demanding justice, fairness, and equity for every ethnic group in Nigeria, including Igbo, said their political power has been reduced as they have fewer senators and also in the House of Representatives, governors, House of Assembly, and local governments. The Nigerian Army has said it has no partnership with ex-Niger Delta militant leader Mujahid Asari Dokubo or his security outfit. The ex-militant leader had an interview claimed that he had a military company engaged by the government to work alongside the military in some states of the Federation. However, the Director, Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Oyema Nwachukwu, said the Army had never conducted an operation in any part of the country in collaboration with Asari Dokubo's men. Nwachukwu said if Dokubo is claiming he owns a private military company that was engaged by the government of Nigeria, the veracity of his claim can only be ascertained by the relevant agency or statutory mandated to license such outfits. He said contrary to Dokubo's claim, the Nigerian Army has never conducted an operation shortly or side by side with Asari or the organization he represents in any of those areas he mentioned or in any theater of operations. Southeast governors have reiterated their resolve to tackle insecurity in the region, saying they will partner with the federal government and all the stakeholders in doing so. Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State said this on Thursday after a closed-door meeting of the region's governors at the Enugu State Government House. Uzodinma, who is the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum, said the forum firmly resolved to fight insecurity decisively in the region, individually and collectively, in partnership with the federal government and other stakeholders. Thursday meeting was attended by Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State, Governor Charles Soludo of Anambra State, Governor Alex Oti of Abia State, and Governor Francis Nwifuru of Ebonyi State. The Southeast region has seen scores of attacks blamed on the unlawed indigenous people of Biafra group or its armed wing, the Eastern Security Network. Still on security matters, the KATSINA State Governor Diko Rada on Thursday said his administration will not negotiate with terrorists in the state. Rada was speaking during a special prayer session organized by the state government to seek divine intervention against insecurity amidst the economic hardship facing the state. He said the government does not have plans to give amnesty to terrorists, but is ready to accept them if they are ready to embrace peace and lay down their arms. Governor Radi said the event is not all about prayers, but also for the cleric to step down the messages to their various communities to see to the end of the lingering security issues in the state, by extension, the country in general. The Federal High Court in Lagos on Thursday fixed August 15 to hear an application by the suspended governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, seeking to hold his trial by the federal government through the Department of State Services. The court will also hear an application by the DSS seeking to appeal the 20 million naira bail granted to Emefiele by the court. Justice Nicholas Nwebo fixed the date to enable the defense to reply to prosecution's further counter affidavit, which was served on the defense in court just before Thursday proceedings began. The judge in a ruling said though the DSS application was ripe for hearing, Emefiele's legal team needed to be given the opportunity to reply. In a fresh motion on notice, Emefiele, who had been in the DSS detention since June 10, is urging the court to squash the illegal firearm charges filed against him by the DSS and set him free. His lawyer, Joseph Daudu, argued that the DSS could not continue to prosecute Emefiele while it had refused to obey the court order admitting him to bail. Governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, has assured that the government under his watch was determined to address the rot that had over the years characterized her tertiary institutions across the state. To achieve this feat, the governor said only individuals with quality track records and capacity would be engaged to ensure that the state schools can be favorably compete with their counterparts the world over. Governor Makinde gave this assurance at the Executive Council chamber in Ibadan during the presentation of planning and implementation report for the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology Teaching Hospital, Ogbomoso, and Emmanuel Olayonde University, Oyo. Earlier, the chairman of the implementation committees, Professor DJ Omole, Chairman Implementation Committee for Emmanuel Olayonde University of Education, Oyo, and Professor Jumo Orotiba, Chairman Implementation Committee, Ladoke Akintola University of Technology Teaching Hospital, Ogbomoso, spoke on their report.
We need to ascertain the functionalities of some of the facilities on ground, and this also will also need to carry out staff audits. All these were done before we were able to submit our report. And we also developed what we call conditions of service in line with NUC regulations.
The medical library in the teaching hospital is an eyesore, and I think this should be a short-term, a medium-term project. There should be adequate provision of books, textbooks, journals for the medical students and the residents in the hospital, because this is part of the requirements by the MDCA.
Let the consultant go, but we also need to be sure that the university and the tertiary institutions in Oyo State will run under the governing council as intended. So we may have to give ourselves a little bit of time to gradually phase out the consultant, but put in people of integrity, to run the system.